Hello, it's Amy. You ready for core level 2? Remember, do not move on to this one until you can do level 1 with ease and no pain with good form, and it feels really good. We will be down on the mat for this entire one. Grab a pillow if you've got some neck issues. Otherwise, let's get down and get started. All right, on your back, lying comfortable as you can, knees bent. We're just going to get in touch with our core right here on the ground. We did the last level 1 standing. This is really going to challenge your core even more. You're going to imagine you have a grape underneath your low back, and you're going to squish that grape, zipping up through your pelvis and then releasing, arching your back off the mat. This is engaging your core. We'll be doing that throughout this workout. Zipping up, squishing the grape. Now I want you to imagine your entire vertebra in a sandbox, and you're going to squish that grape and imprint that spine into the sandbox, and then exhale and lift. Inhale, lift up, exhale and imprint. Okay? Oh, that's a real good way to get some flexibility in your spine, but really getting in touch and being able to engage your core. All the core length, the whole length of your spine. All right, now chin nods. Head stays on the mat or the pillow. You're going to bring your chin to your chest, keeping your head on the mat, lengthening your neck, and then relaxing. Inhale, lift the chin to the ceiling. Exhale, chin nods. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Your shoulders should be nice and relaxed. And then bring chin to your chest, up to the ceiling. Lengthening. And then relaxing. And exhale and inhale. We're going to start with tabletop. You're going to bring one knee up and then slowly bring it down, and then the other knee up and slowly bring it down. Or you're going to be at tabletop, bringing one foot down, keeping a 90-degree bend in your knee, and then the other one. You're going to keep that low back on the mat the entire time, especially on the lower. Okay, you pick whatever level you're at today. And down. Really inhale. Exhale, bring that knee up. Inhale and exhale, bring that knee up. Your low back stays on the mat. Taking it out of the equation, we do not want it to help. Relaxing your upper body too. So many women start working on their core and their neck starts to hurt because they're clenching and trying to compensate for weak frontal abs, front abs. Keep going. Nice and slow and controlled. Good. Set those feet down just a little bit and rest. We're going to make that a little bit more difficult. Stay where you're at. If you're just lifting your knees up, just go nice and slow. Making it a little more difficult. Bring both legs up, and you're going to bring both feet down and keeping that blow back on the mat. Bring it down. Inhale and exhale. Zip up through everything. And inhale, keep that back down. Don't go, if you can't go down all the way, your back wants to lift up, that's where you're at. You're just here. You're just going to keep trying until you can get that foot to the ground or that heel to the ground, keeping a 90-degree bend. Right there, my back wanted to lift up. My tummy was so tired. My back says, I'm going to help. And I'm feeling myself tightening up through the shoulders. Relax. It's not about being perfect. It's about doing with what you can today, doing with what you're at today, with where you're at today. Good. Stretch. We're going to do some pelvic tilts, okay? And then we're going to make them a little bit harder with a bridge. You're going to push that low back into the mat and imagine you're zipping up through your vagina like you're sipping a milkshake, and then you release. It's not just about squeezing, it's about zipping all the way up, grabbing blueberries. What other analogy do I use in my pelvis series? I have a whole series on pelvic health. And release. And I followed the vagina coach who gave me some of these analogies. I did her course. And release. And pelvic tilt. Squeezing and releasing. It's more than just a Kegel. It's deep. I think that is a Kegel, but a lot of people do Kegels wrong. from what I've been told. I'm not an expert, although I've been trained in the Pelvis Pro. Now what we're going to do is make that a little bit more challenging, and we're going to lift our butt up off the mat into a bridge. You're going to do the pelvic tilt first, and then lift up, and then come down, and then completely relax. Pelvic tilt, zip up, and then lift up, and then come down, and then release. Working the glutes, you're working the pelvic floor, you're working the hamstrings, you're working your low back as well. And squeeze and lift, and pause at the top, and slowly come down and relax. Let everything relax. Squeeze again. Don't keep a constant pelvic tilt or kegel. Let it open up and relax. Feel that core working out? Oh, those glutes are working. We need glutes to get up off that floor and cushion when we fall down roughly, right? That happened to me. All right, you're going to roll onto one side. Grab a pillow. Bottom leg will be bent, top leg is straight. We're going to work on the side of the glutes and the side of the leg with a side lying leg lift, okay? Keeping your hips stacked, not leaning back or forward too much. You can lean forward a little bit to get the gluteus medius, those little muscles in the side of the hip that support the glutes and the legs and the pelvis. Nice and slow and controlled, especially on the lower. Good, you're doing it. You're working level 2 core. That's amazing. I'm really proud of you. You're going to pop right back. You're right up off that floor. It may take some time. I hope you're patient with that whole thing. You may have a limitation that will keep you from doing that forever, like a really bad knee or really bad foot or a toe. And rest. You're going to bring that top foot behind you and lean back slightly so you're not right on your hip bone. You're going to flex that bottom leg and you're going to lift that leg up, working the inner thigh muscle, which is a key part of your core. That could be a reason why you can't get off the floor. Slow and controlled. Good. Keep going. Do you feel that inner thigh working? If you don't, try lifting it slower or higher. Flex that foot so you really try to engage that muscle from your knee up to your groin area. I feel that. Definitely. Oh my goodness, I feel that. Watch your chin too. I forgot. Don't have that chin down. Keep it nice and in line with your spine. Need a breather? Me too. Hey, if you're loving this and thinking, wow, I'd actually work out more if Amy just showed up every day and told me what to do. Well, surprise, this is my job and I absolutely love it. Inside the Be Healthy Enough membership, you'll find workouts like this and a full workout calendar, a new one every single month, plus specialized programs for strength, balance, posture, and for working around those darn aches and pains that creep in as we age. You know what I mean. And because motivation is half the battle, we've got badges, a private community, and me, your online personal trainer, ready to answer those questions those 40-something trainers just don't get. Give it a try and go grab your 7-day free trial. Now let's get back to that workout before we start scrolling on TikTok and forget why the heck we're here. All right, bring your knees together and your feet together. I want your knees in line with your glutes. And then you're going to keep your feet together and just open up one knee without leaning back. Working on the gluteus medius and minimus, the side of your hip. This is super important for low back health and hip health. Nice and slow and controlled. You can progress and make this harder by putting a band around your legs. Deep breath in. How you feeling? Couple more seconds. And that's it. Now I want you to push yourself gently, and we're going to switch to the other side. Bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight. Hips are nice and aligned. Keep that chin up. Adjust if you need to. If you've got funky hip, some hip bones getting into the ground, lift up and down. Leaning forward just slightly. Really working those big muscles right here in the hip. Good, keep going. I've got these longer sets, they're like 45-second sets. So I really want you to focus on your core, all those beautiful core muscles, the muscles that run from your knees all the way up to your armpits. Like if you had a big barrel around you, those are all your core muscles. You got your abs in the front, your spine muscles, your glutes, your inner thigh, your outer thigh. Bottom leg is straight, top leg comes behind. You're going to lift up. I give you a couple seconds of rest, so take advantage of that. Deep breath in. Here we go, 45 seconds, long time. Really think about what you're working here. Taking a break if anything hurts, especially your hip, the one that you're lying on. This might not be right for you if you've got some hip bursitis. You can lay on your back and squeeze a little ball if lying on your hip is a problem. I should have told you that in the beginning. Just grab a ball or a pillow or something and squeeze your inner thighs together, working the inner thigh muscles. If you did the strength workout, if you did a lunge, you worked these. We did some leg slide-ins. We worked these. I feel those. Good. Keep going. It's 5 more seconds. You got it. You're good. You're good to go. All right, bring your knees together and your feet together. Quick second, making sure the knees, your feet aren't up here like this. They're right in line with your glutes. Not leaning back, open up the knee, the foot stays together, the feet stay together, slow and controlled. Working those hips. Woo. Wow, that's a lot of pink I just noticed. I have pink shoes, pink pants, pink top, pink mat. You think I like pink? Oh my goodness. Open up. Oh, a few more seconds. I feel that. Last one. All right, push yourself up. Almost done. We're going to be on our hands and our knees doing bird dog next. I will show you real quick what it looks like. You're zipping up through your tummy, pushing the floor away from you. Hips stay level. You bring one leg back and then the opposite arm, and you hold for 3, 2, 1, and then the other side. Trying to think about having a glass of water on your back. Don't let that water spill. Don't bring your hips up. They keep level to the floor. Working that beautiful spine. All the muscles that run down the length of your spine. You're working your core because it has to hold up so your low back doesn't have to do all the work. You're working your arms, your glutes. Going at your own pace. You can take out the arms if you need to. Last one. Excellent. You're just going to give me a rounding of your spine, a cat-cow. If you've got osteoporosis, you're not rounding up real far. Tucking the pelvis in. One more. Bring your feet together and your knees wide and sink back into a child's pose for me. Oh, deep breath in, stretching out your hips, stretching out your arms, your chest. Good. Now I want you to come onto your elbows. All right, this is a cobra pose. If your doctor has told you don't round your back this way, do not do that. I want you to lift up through your core, rounding your back in the opposite direction. Engage your core, stretch it, give it a little stretch. We're going to stretch the front of the leg now. Grab your foot, and you can rest your head on the mat and push the hip into the floor. If this doesn't work for you, you can lie on your side and do the same thing. Deep breath in. Oh, really get a nice stretch in the front of that leg, and then the other side. Deep breath in, and keep going, keep going. Woof. Lying on your side and grabbing your foot if you need to. Relaxing into this stretch. Great. This is stretching your hip flexors, which you really work a lot when you start working your abs. They want to kick in and help. And if they're tight from sitting a lot, you may feel it there when we did those alternating toe taps or heel taps and double. Now push yourself up slowly to sitting. Oof. Let's stretch our inner thigh, which we worked a lot, and just a hip opener with a butterfly. So bring the soles of your feet together. Ooh, I feel that hip worked. Come forward with a straight back. How are you feeling? How'd that feel? Sink into this stretch. Just relax. Let any tension out. Sometimes we tense up when we get into this pose because it is pretty tough. This is one of the poses that helped me get up when I had that struggle. All right, you did it. A strong core equals a strong body, and that's what you did today. Your future self is going to be so happy. You're going to be able to get off that floor with ease. If this helped you move your body today, just imagine what we can do together. Come try the full Be Healthy Enough experience with a 7-day free trial. I'm going to put the link in the description below. And also, if you haven't already, be sure you've subscribed to this channel, turn on your notifications, especially if you're a woman over 50 and want to keep doing what you love for as long as possible. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. Bye.